only in Florida? Or?
Yeah, we exist in Florida physically, but practically 99% of what we do is online, or we travel to wherever there are events. So while we have a home base in Florida, that's mostly just where all of us meet to centrally work, but we do a lot of work over the internet connecting people to resources.
Allowing you to spread out over the
Yeah, exactly.
And does this organization have any personal meaning to you?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think for most of us that end up working for Detroit Love and Arms or intern for Detroit Love and Arms, or even come up to the tent to buy a shirt, have some kind of connection to what we talk about. And I think that's what's powerful about it. For me, I guess working with this organization was my attempt to try and help my friends or help those that I knew that were struggling. Because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what options were available or how to connect someone to help them, or even how to like talk to someone about these issues. So me interning and taking that step to move to Florida was just learning how to reach out to people and help them. Yeah, I just wanted to help people I love the most.
That's understandable when you have those friends that need it.
Yeah, totally.
How do you feel Warped Tour is different than kind of like other forms of getting you guys' name and message out there?
Warped Tour is really unique in a bunch of different ways. First, it's like a 2.5-month long festival, and I did the numbers one day. It's like 600 to 700,000 kids or people attend Warped every year. And so anytime you can reach that, or potentially reach that many people in one summer, in 2.5 months, it's incredible. You can't really get those numbers anywhere else. So it's been really good for us to be able to reach out to that many people. But also, there's a whole Take Action section specifically dedicated to nonprofits. So there's us, there's Invisible Children, Escape from Cancer, there's Candace Foundation. So there's like 15 different nonprofits all in the area. And it just really shows that kids care about getting involved with something bigger than themselves, or just getting involved with something that matters. So it's really exciting to see that. I know a lot of other music festivals have like nonprofits, but Warped is just unique because they really care about that. They work to have nonprofits out here. They want that.
Yeah, so it's like you said, as it is a nonprofit. It's not like you're bringing it right now.
Yeah, exactly. They just want people out here to be doing good things and connecting kids to do good things. So.
Now, would you say all the nonprofits here kind of like support each other?
Totally. We're like a big family. A couple of us share like the same bus, but not everyone. So we try to help everyone we can. Just because some people can't afford a dolly, let them use ours, or help them load their stuff in and out, or a tent breaks. Like we had extreme weather the other day, so a tent breaks. So we do what we can. It's just a big family. We're all out here trying to do something good. Even though like my cause or Detroit Love and Arms cause is different from Invisible Children's, we still realize that we're both trying to do good stuff. So we want to help whenever we can.
You still have that common.
Yeah, common good. Exactly.
Yeah. Who are your favorite bands on Warped Tour so far? Do you have any?
This summer, yeah, there's a couple bands that have done some stuff for us as well that are really good people. There's this band called Tonight Alive, and they're a band from Australia. They're like a pop punk band with a female singer. They're awesome. They did an acoustic performance at our tent. We're gonna do a few others, but I like them a lot. There's this band from Scotland called Twin Atlantic, and they're playing on the Kevin Says stage as well as Tonight Alive. I really like them. It's good music, good people. Anthony Ranieri, Bayside. He's a big supporter of ours, so it's cool to watch him, and I just really like their music a lot.
It's kind of nice that people you like your music, they help you kind of
Exactly. And I mean, that's not why I like a band, but it definitely helps.
It helps. I mean, I don't know about you, but it's always a letdown when you meet the band and they're asking.
Yeah, but fortunately, everyone, I mean, for the most part, everyone on this tour is great too. So there's them, and then there's Rise Against was up for a few days. I really like them. They're not on the tour anymore. And then this band called For Today, and they're like a metal band, but they're really passionate. They stand for, like, they have strong beliefs and convictions, and they stand for that. And I just appreciate that.
Yeah.
Those are probably the ones that I try to see when I can. There's a lot of good bands.
It's kind of like those ones their values also really help them out.
Yeah, exactly. They're standing for something positive, and they're not afraid to say that.
Yeah, I like that. If you could choose one word to describe the message here, what would it be?
I would say if I could use one word to describe what we try to do at a festival or like with Detroit Love and Arms, probably hope more than anything else. Hope is so broad, but hope is the reason people will reach out for help, or like we believe that there's hope. There's always hope even in a dark situation. There's this movie, The Shawshank Redemption, and there's a line in it that said, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. And so I don't know, it's always stuck with me, and I think as an organization that's kind of our biggest like ideal is we just want to always convey the idea that there's always hope. No matter how dark it may be, no matter how bad things may be, there's always hope to look out for something good.
like you said, it's broad, but it still encompasses a lot.
Yeah. And so I mean, to answer, I don't know if I could answer this with one word in any other word.
Which makes sense also because can you really encompass it?
No, probably not. Other than
If someone was going to give a donation, where would they go to give it, and where would that money go to?
if they wanted to donate at the festival, we keep like a separate section for donations, just because merchandise sales are essentially a donation as well. But when it's just like, here's $50, I want you guys to have this for a donation. We keep it separate just because it's like taxed differently as well. When we sell a shirt, there's like tax stuff, but all of the funds we get, whether it's a merchandise sale or a donation, will go directly to the organization and directly to helping people in need, getting people help, or treatment, or funding treatment, or like to other nonprofits that help people. Our main goal is just connecting people to help, so everything we make goes towards our mission. And that's a 501c3, that's what it is. So like you don't make profit, you invest everything. No, and that's why I keep it separate. That's why, like, if someone were to give me, like, one day Alternative Press donated $500, and so because that donation, that's a very substantial donation. Anything is substantial, but that's a good chunk of money. We keep that separate, and that's not to us. Like, the merchandise sales, we pay taxes, like, per state, because that's, like, selling a piece.
I was just making sure, because if it's straight donations for tax.
No, that's why I keep it separate.
Now, what's your favorite shirt that you guys have?
Can't see all those. The rest of them are in there. But I really like, honestly, I like all of them because they all have a message that's not just a t-shirt to be a t-shirt. They all are simple yet bold and convey something. I really like the Hope is Real one. I also like this one that I'm wearing. This is a campaign that we're working on called Fears vs. Dreams, which we have set out here. And I just like it because it's easy and simple, but it's meaningful and it's powerful as well.
It definitely catches the eye.
Yeah, and so I think this is my favorite part of the shirt right now.
Yeah, I saw the campaign online when it was founded, and we're curious.
What's the idea?
Yeah, what's the idea, and who started it?
The idea behind this campaign was this is our 6th year on Warped Tour, and we wanted to do something more than just have kids come to attend and tell us about their stories or talk to us or buy a shirt. So we're trying to come up with these ideas. What can we do? What's simple, but it still like activates or engages the audience and allows people to share something. So we came up with this. This is our campaign, Fears vs. Dreams. And the idea is we ask people to share their biggest fear and their greatest dream. And these are two really simple questions. Probably wouldn't normally answer this, and it allows people to be a bit more vulnerable and honest instead of festival or at a table for a moment. So people that are struggling with mental health usually struggle in the dark alone because they're afraid to ask people to reach out. The hope is that this allows them to be a little bit more honest and maybe kind of works to break down that, like, oh, it's okay to share something that's vulnerable and honest. And maybe I can see someone that has a similar fear or the same dream, and I can connect, and it kind of provides a sense of community and just working to break down that barrier, that stigma. Exactly.
Last question we have is, what would you say to someone struggling with addiction or depression, all the stuff you guys cover here?
I would want, if they're at a festival like this, I mean, if we have a tent, I would want them to stop by and just talk to us, just see what's going on, check out, we have plenty of resources. But more than anything, I would just want them to know they're not alone and that there are people out there that care about them. There are resources made for them, and because a lot of times people that are struggling will feel so alone. And that's kind of the biggest thing, is we just want to impart that they're not alone and that people do care about them and that there is hope. So that would probably be the biggest thing. And also, if they're at home struggling or if they just feel so alone, they're afraid to talk to anyone, we have a ton of resources on our website at twloha.com. And I would just want them to reach out on that website or check out that website on our Find Help page. And there's a lot of anonymous resources if they're afraid to talk to someone. There's like a I'm Live or 1-800-SUICIDE if they're in a moment of need. I'd want them to check that out and just know that people do care about them.
Yeah, I like that, because like you said, if you can't break down that barrier, then what I've noticed is that I feel that as people can't break down that barrier, they just end up isolating themselves more.
Exactly, because they don't think that people understand what they're going through, or they just feel alone, or they're ashamed of what they're dealing with, or they're ashamed of themselves. That's the biggest like hardship with mental health issues, is that people just getting past that point and asking for that help is so difficult. And so that's why that's our main goal, is working to break down that stigma and letting people know help's there. Because once they realize that, the first step would be to help themselves.
Well, thank you for your time very much.
Of course, thank you.